Oh, hey, Gemly. Yes, it's kind of actually evening time now, but I wanted to show you guys. I've been doing gardening for a while. And I know we haven't done any vlogging in a while. We've done some live sessions with you guys and little bits of video clips, but we're back. We're going to be doing more of our video footage now. Will be a little bit more geared towards you guys and kind of just showing you kind of things that we're up to, as opposed to the aim that I was trying to do previous, which was just recording like as the kids grow up in the different stages. But let's just run with, you know what, this is what we do, this is what we're doing, you know, kind of thing. So I've been gardening for a while, and these are the tomatoes. Now, if you saw the little video I put together, so we actually had some little plastic silverwares in here. And the reason for that was because these were being transplanted. They had started off in a whole nother container, but the container was starting to get crowded, and so we had to pull several of the tomatoes. Tomato plants. So they have been transplanted and they weren't standing up. They didn't want to stay up, but they needed time to kind of get their roots. And now they're doing good. These guys want to go outside, so go ahead. And this one she loves being outdoors. She's doing so good, huh? See, I'm doing so good. She's lost so much weight, you guys. She's such a good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. Yeah. What are you doing, beautiful? You gonna go outside? Go ahead. She loves outdoors, but I need my water bottle. So I'm over here getting the other plants watered and stuff. So let's see here. So we also have basil. This is cilantro. This is also cilantro. This is a new plant. This is new seedlings I just put in here. This is another thing of jalapeno. These are jalapeno, and then this is brand new onions. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and mist these guys because they have to have that done just a couple times during the day. These guys are looking really good. They've already got little cilantro, little buddings and seeds coming up. So I'm gonna get a little bit of water on those. And then get these onions watered. But we're going to be planting the big trees into the yard. We're trying to figure out how we want to do this, because if we put them in the backyard, Godric's going to tear them apart. He's going to chew on them. Oh, she finally made it out there. We also do have the other tomato plant outside. But if we try to plant them back here, which is really what I want to do, I want them in the backyard because as they get bigger, they'll be beautiful and it'll get some good shade between areas of the yard. But I just know Godric, and I know that he will chew these things to pieces. And I don't want that to happen. Let me grab my sandals, because that's gonna hurt walking out there. So let's go look. And my neighbors fixed their fence the other day. Let's see here if I can do that. Come on, come with me. So, we do have the orange tree and the lemon tree. For this one, I know this sounds horrible, but because the way this thing has been growing, this orange tree has this one branch here that is pulling the entire tree over because it's only one that's growing. And so I went online and did some research, and they said to come all the way right here where you can see where it plants out or where it buds out. Let's see if I can get it to... It's not gonna let me zoom in on it, is it? Or, okay, anyway. But this section right here, they said to clip it right there. And then take this entire piece and plant it in its own planter, because it will continue to grow. It will actually pull out roots. So I'm not sure if it'll work, but we're gonna give it a go. But at least it'll take the weight off the tree from pulling to one direction, because the rest of the tree is fruit, like really beautifully blooming, but this one is literally grown all the way up to the side. So we're gonna relieve the weight from the tree by removing that one branch. But the lemon tree, as you can see, is doing really well. It's just both things have gone straight up and they're growing real well. We are turning it, but when we bought it, it was already with this big long one. And of course, it's just gotten, this all is new bloom out of it. And it's not very healthy for the tree to sit like that. So we're going to correct that for this poor thing. And this is the other tomatoes, but they look much better now because we thinned this out. It was really, really crowded, and just overnight this one has doubled in size. So they're looking really good now. They've got lots of space, and so they're doing great. But yeah, and this is going to be our raised planter bed here. All this is going to get tore apart. We've got the wood already started, and we've got a lot of it cut. This is all the cut stuff that's already been cut and measured. And this tabletop here is going to be a raised garden bed for all the stuff that's growing inside right now. Hi, baby. But look, you guys, the neighbors brought the fence up another 2 more feet because we had a really bad incident the other day, didn't we, mister? This is our little area for our dogs, and it worked out great because they put that up, and so now it puts that entire thing in shade 90% of the day, which is great. I think the only time that has no shade. Here, mister, can I have that, please? Godric, come here. Let me have it. Come here. Godric, drop it. Drop it. Look what it keeps doing to the cat toys. There's like, we can't buy toys for our cats because this is what keeps happening to the cat toys. Oh yeah. Mister, you have toys. So the other day their dog came and jumped the fence and got a hold of Godric, and Tonks got into it with her, and so it was like this big dog fight that happened out here. Nobody got seriously hurt, thank goodness. I say thank goodness nobody got badly hurt. Hi, Miss Molly. You guys can see how much she's lost in weight. She looks so good. She loves being out here. She doesn't leave the yard. She stays pretty much right in the backyard. Godric, stop it. Stop. Stop, mister. But yeah, so this worked out really good. The only time this gets sun is when the sun first comes up in the morning, and then it's shaded after that, so it's great. Can't wait to get these things planted. I wanted to get them like one right here and one back here, but we can't dig right here because there's the gas lines, so we can't do it back here. So our only other option is the front yard, and so that's what we're going to be doing. We found 2 really nice spots to put the trees in the front yard, but the fun part is now I'm gonna have to go buy an extension for the hose, because the hose doesn't reach all the way around and the spigot out front doesn't work well. So that's what's kind of going on with us today. Miss, get out of my chair. Go on. She's been using my chair as a scratching pad. Not sure why. She's got a nice big scratching pad. And who's Bella? She's just laying down over there being a pretty girl. And yes, we still have the fish. I know that people have asked us. We still have the fish tank and the fish. They're still swimming around being beautiful. But, yeah. Oh, Godric found the squeaky. Did you find your squeaky toy? That's good, you found your squeaky. He likes anything that makes noise. He loves the noise making stuff. Such a goofy you're such a goofy boy. Oh. So anywho, not really anything else going on. Like right now we just have a lot of stuff like that we're putting together and getting stuff done and whatnot, and then we're planning mine and like Sarah and my road trip. We're taking Sarah to Knott's Berry Farm for her birthday. I know that we've said that before. We had stopped doing some of the vlogging, but I'm taking her for her birthday to Knott's Berry Farm. And so I was talking with Jay today, and we were getting all the arrangements made and all the plans done, so that way I can take her for her birthday. And by the way, you guys, he's doing really well right now. I mean, as well as you can be, but he is doing pretty well. And he said he doesn't want people to worry about him, and that he is strong, and he's handling things, you know, on a pretty good note. And also so that nobody else is like worried. I was able to talk to him today, and oh, excuse me. So his daughter is coming down, and she's gonna be staying there for a bit, so he won't be alone. So we don't have to do any kind of rushing or any of that to try to get up there. He really doesn't want Taylor and Sarah to see him in such a state and that's understandable. He wants, like when he came down a couple weeks before he left to be, like before they took him out to the East Coast, he wants them to see him like that. He wants them to remember him like that and let him get through this treatment and everything. And of course, if he makes it through everything, which I have high hopes that he will, of course, we do think of the other side of that, which, you know, is not always the best way to think, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to prepare yourself for the worst. You know, hope for the best, pray for the best, but be prepared for the worst. And if he makes it through this and he's, you know, comes out of it on the other side of it, you know, in fairly healthy condition stuff, then they'll get to see him again and hang out with him again. But he'd rather me keep them up here. And he's asked me to please, like, don't go through a whole bunch of stuff to try to come up there, because he really just doesn't want them to see, he doesn't want them to see him that way. And so he said he will Skype them as soon as they give him an opportunity to set up the computer and Skype. But as of right now, he'd rather me not bring them there. And so I'm gonna follow his wishes, but I'm gonna keep him in our prayers, and I'm going to push and make sure that other people are praying for him. So you guys keep him in your thoughts and in your prayers, that he is doing good, you know, that he's going to push through this, and that he is going to be, you know, as healthy as he possibly can be. And hopefully he'll be back down here again soon. But for right now, we do know the plan is 4 months. He'll be there for the next 4 months for treatment. So they said they're pretty sure he's pretty strong, and he's strong enough, so he starts treatment next week. And so I'm like, whoa. So he's doing, they said he should be doing pretty good. And they don't see any reason why, with the strength that he has and as healthy as he is in every other aspect, that he won't have a really good chance. So we're going to just, like I said, pray for him. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. The kids are, well, Sarah, I don't even know what Sarah is doing at this point. I think she was in her room getting ready to do some art, but she is in there. Taylor is doing a raid with some friends on PS3, and I just finished wrapping up doing some work and getting some editing stuff done, and then getting the plants done. So you guys are amazing. You guys have been awesome, and I'm glad for your guys' support. And yeah, so here's a question for you guys. If you could garden and do gardening, what would be the one thing that you would have to have in your garden? You know, it could be flowering, like flowers, it could be fruits and vegetables, but whatever it might be. Tell me in the comment section, what is the one thing, if you could have a garden, what is the one thing you would have in that garden? Okay, all right guys, and we will catch you later. Bye.